This morning I'm going to discuss about what causes um, animals not to get on heat. Because I have had many people, I've got many of my friends complaining about their animals not coming on heat, and these are the possible reasons. First and foremost, the nutrition is a key point in this. Believe me or not, nutrition is a key in this kind of arrangement. Most of you guys, some have gotten a lot of outbreaks, a lot of issues um, in your farms. You're not feeding your animals really very well, or let me say you got an outbreak of a certain disease. And if you get an outbreak of a certain disease, you expect your animals, because now they have recovered, and now you're expecting them to produce at the moment. For your information, if you got an outbreak somewhere, and your animals have been in an epidemic, let's say you had diarrhea, let's say you had cough, don't expect those animals to come on heat as soon as possible. That is not possible. Reason being, the mechanism of the body cannot allow an animal to come on heat when the body doesn't have enough nutrients to manage the mother and to manage the what we could call as a foreign body, or the other person or the other animal in the body. You get it? So that means if those animals are not satisfied in their body, if they are not satisfied, don't expect them to do what? To come on heat. Those are some of the reasons why animals don't come on heat. So what happens, like those animals that don't produce twice in a year, they are also as a result of unsatisfied. And for your information, twinity in goats is very common as well. But if you're not doing a proper feeding, for those animals, it can as well don't release the two eggs, or it cannot allow twinity to happen. Why? Because the body is not satisfied. And even if it gets pregnant, believe me or not, some of you people will witness me. Some animals get pregnant, and at a certain level, they miss cow. You get it? So, like, for example, if I want to show you this animal produced, I think some few uh, um months back, and when you look at its skin, shows that it's lacking something. It doesn't have enough to feed itself and also feed the baby. You get? So that's why the body, the skin is showing us that there is something missing. Either it is a disease, either it's less nutrition, or it needs treatment. You get it? So this kind of animal, don't expect it to come on heat. Why? Because it has already showed you that I'm not okay. I'm not satisfied with what I have. So I need more support. What do you do in this kind of condition? You need to maybe give supportive treatment, like maybe give multivitamin, which will increase the metabolism of the body. Whatever an animal takes in, it can definitely be used by the body. So the body maximizes the feeds. So two, if you see that kind of clinical sign, maybe worms are sucking this animal, the parasites, what do you do? At least the worm, give multivitamin, and make sure that you give a feeds which has at least protein that you trust. We don't know what these animals really eat. We are not sure of what they are eating. We are not sure of what they capture from the ground. But for your information, if you really want this animal to do what you want, make sure that you give it a very good feeding. So for your information, I request all farmers that have goats, don't force goats to come on heat, because some of you have been calling me, Hamiisi, my animals are not coming on heat. And why? They are not sick, they are eating well, they are not ready. The body is not yet ready. And the moment the body gets ready, you're going to see those animals all coming on heat, and even at a go. And it's better for animals to take some time minors coming on heat because they are setting up themselves. Then some other thing, you're doing what they call probably a synchronization. You know, synchronization is bringing up animals together, and they all produce together. You see, in my flock here, you see many animals look to be pregnant. I'm going to tell you how I did it. You get? So that really helps you a lot. If your animals object to your opinion, like let's say I want to produce in this period and they don't produce in that period, that means it's giving you a gap to scale up or synchronize them so that they come up as a group and be bred. Then some other issue also, before you complain about less conception, or sorry, animals not coming on heat, also look at your males. Look at your males. Are your males worth to breed at that moment? Because even mine here, I put in males here, the males serve, but they reach at a certain level and they reject. They get even out of the animals and say, we are no longer want to stay with them. Even if you put them together, they'll always go out. So that is some of the characters that you have to look at. If you want your animals to come on heat earlier, one, make sure that you give them vitamins. Make sure your animals are disease-free, like parasite-free. Well, how do you ensure that those animals are parasite-free? Deworm them after 3 months. Give them a dewormer. Spray them every week. Like today, I have lined up mine and they're going to be sprayed today. Make sure they have good feeds. Which are good feeds? You know, I've talked about feeds so much, and I've told you the feeds that definitely have what they call protein, because protein plays a lot of role, plays a bigger role in terms of production. You have to have protein, but as well you have also to have a carbohydrate. So ensure that you have all that, and ensure you're really doing a proper management, like, you know, spraying in time, feeding in time. And some other things that I want you guys to understand is, if your animals are feeding on ground, like you don't have a lot of shrubs, change the schedule of spraying, sorry, the schedule of deworming. Instead of deworming at 3 months, please deworm at 2 months. Why? Because they are getting a lot of exposure to the worms. So that's what I would maybe like to tell you about. I think you can see some of the goats that I've just produced. They don't look that healthy. Why? Because they really need a lot of more better nutrition. But so far, others are producing and others are drying off. Their kids have grown up, and actually I have different levels. Some have produced, some are now preparing to produce. That's how it's supposed to be, the moment you provide a lot of good nutrition to these animals. So you guys, I think let me just wish you the best and bye for now. That's what I wanted to emphasize. Don't put these animals on pressure so that they can come on heat. No. Two, if you see that your animals are healthy and they are really looking good, but just don't want to come on heat, like maybe it's not intentional, but at least you see they are not coming on heat, you can provide some hormones. We have hormones like PGF2 alpha, what you call the synchromates. We have hormones like GnRH, and actually, if you want to synchronize animals, we can use different hormones. We can use GnRH. Then that GnRH you inject like 1 ml. Then after 6 days, you can apply another hormone called synchromate. In that process, there is also what they call the seeder, the implants. You get, we can as well use them to synchronize the animals. But actually, that's what I wanted briefly to tell you. I'll come up and then I take you through the process of synchronizing animals, and you also understand it. And bye for now.